back to That's Rank, a podcast where we rank listeners' topics on the fly. That was really loud. I'm Taryn.
I'm Liam.
I'm Dean.
And I'm Rob.
Woo!
Welcome back to another episode. This one is going to be slightly different in that we have a
Slightly.
guest ranker with us, Dean. And this is going to be our first ever rapid rank.
Rapid rank.
What's a rapid rank, Liam?
Well, basically, here's what we're going to be doing, guys. A bit of a shorter episode. We're going to go back right to the very start of the That's Rank podcast. 87, 88 episodes ago. Can you believe it, Rob, when we started this humble little thing
Wow.
in your lounge room?
Wow.
I can't believe it.
No.
Yep.
Back when we used to choose 3 things each.
Back then, there wasn't even a thing called podcast.
No, no,
Get down to
we
the
were the first.
RSL on weekends.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Man,
What's an RSL?
pints for 70s prices. Love to
That's
see it.
Really
Love to
silly,
see it.
Liam.
Yeah, love to see it.
Sorry, go on. As you were. Rob, how can people put topics in usually? How did you start?
How did we start? I think we started with a whole different podcast called Spontaneous Miscellaneous. And in that podcast, we had about seven or 8.
We had a bunch of different segments.
Yeah. And then
One of them was That's Rank.
Yeah, one of them was that we had Sporty Jocks, which we talked about sport. We did all sorts. But That's Rank seemed to be the one that was the most fun.
That's awesome.
And then Liam's came to me one day. He's like, Rob, I've got an idea. Why don't we just do That's Rank?
Let's just do
That's
that.
the thing that seems to work. That was the
Yeah.
thing that we seemed to kind of come back to a lot anyway. And I was like, that's a great idea then. Let's just do That's Rank. And
Love
then there it was born.
And so right back when
Little Ranky came into our world.
Little Ranky, oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Life's never been the same.
No,
Never been the same.
It hasn't been the same. It's been lovely.
God, he wakes you up every hour of the night.
Legit though. What are we going to rank next? I'm not sure what to rank next.
What are we going to rank?
Well, today we're going to rank the very first thing we ever ranked, which was our dream job growing up.
Ooh.
So right back when
Wow.
we had 3 each, and sometimes we're wrong. And this is the whole premise of this of our rapid rank, is we're going to go back and if we think we're wrong, we'll correct ourselves. If we think we're right, we'll back ourselves in, or we might just do something completely different. And that's the fun part. So, no 5 minutes each tonight, though, guys. No 5 minutes. Nope.
Do we get 1 minute? Do we just wrap it up in a minute? 60 seconds.
I think we have to go 60-second rapid rank.
A 60 second.
a 50-second rapid rank, babe.
Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so I'm going to get my little timer up here. So 1 minute. Oh, shit.
And back in the day when we
Fire.
started, we used to come up with 3. We used to
Yeah.
each
Yeah,
do a
I
1,
remember.
2, and 3.
And
Yeah.
halfway through, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah. Thanks for that feedback. That's good. That's good.
Speaking not from experience, obviously.
Feedback
just
is
imagine.
welcome, though.
Of course, feedback is always welcome. Thank you, Dean.
How can
It
they?
is.
How can they write their feedback in?
How can they? No, well,
Do you know?
Dean, do you know?
Funny you should ask. You can write in to @thatsrankpod on Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, formerly Twitter and potentially in the future, and now YouTube.
YouTube.
Yay.
Well done, Dean. Well done.
We've conditioned him.
Super fan.
Well
Super
done.
fan Dean. Thank you, Dean. All right.
Sick.
Who wants to go first? Dean, you're going first.
Okay. 60 seconds.
Rob's like,
Yep,
wait
yep.
a minute. Should we just go around the table?
Let's go around the table.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. So, Dean, you have 1 minute to tell us what your dream job was growing up. Go.
My dream job growing up was to be a train driver.
Oh.
I loved Thomas the Tank Engine and all his buddies and adventures he used to get up to.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to love the premise of slaving away for some reason
That race got him so young.
and pulling all these levers, making lots of noise and getting dirty and having a fat time. Being the way I guess it was sort of
Set the fat
seen was
controller.
almost like having a big geometric puzzle, shunting stuff around the yard, moving stuff, taking people places, being,
Yeah.
and it just seemed like an absolute blast of a thing to do until I realized that by the time I was born, most steam trains have been phased out by 40 years,
Oh.
and diesel electrics are fine, but they just don't have that charm.
That charm.
Aw.
Yeah.
That Thomas the Tank Engine charm.
Yeah,
Which character were you from Thomas?
Percy.
well,
Definitely
Like
Percy.
controller?
yeah. Why?
Oh.
You wanted to drive the train. Because you wanted to drive the train.
It was just fat
That
and in
controller
control.
he never drove the train either. He sat on the
Direct
he sat on the
trains, I
thing.
never watched Thomas the Tank. I only know Thomas and the tank and the engine.
You had Percy, you had Gordon, you had
Henry,
Edward,
Toby, Duck, Donald,
All right.
Douglas,
All right, mate.
Bill,
All
Ben.
All right.
And also,
I did
I've
watch
been
the
watching
show.
these.
And also-
I still watch.
and also, you can't call him the fat controller anymore. He's
the
just
controller.
he's just fat. Okay.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So number one, childhood dream jobs.
Dream-
So is it the best job we had as a child, like
No,
our
the-
dream job as a
Job?
child?
Do you know road trains?
Sir?
Come on, Rob, stay with us.
My number one job as a child was producing garments.
Working for Nike.
We would start early. And
Do
You guys got paid?
Oh.
You don't even need your minute. That's perfect. Spot on.
Moving right along.
Swift.
All right. So your dream job growing up, sir.
my dream job growing up.
1 minute, go.
Well, I think this would be the same as what I ranked it on the night.
Okay.
I think was. I think it's helicopter pilot.
Oh.
Similar, like the train. Yeah. But I was kind of, and I don't know where it came from. I actually think it came from the Sly Stallone movie Cliffhanger. For some reason, I got it in my head that, like, particularly flying a helicopter in in Cliffhanger, what they really needed to save the day was a helicopter pilot. Because without a helicopter, they would have stuck in the woods and they were abandoned. And I was like, they need a helicopter pilot. And there was a helicopter in the opening scene that kind of saved the day. And I was like, I'd be a helicopter pilot and I'd live in the mountains. And I'd just like pick myself up and I'd just fly wherever I wanted in my helicopter. And I just thought that was the best job. Transport. Sly Stallone, he got the. This was a little bit later on in childhood when I was just starting to be curious, and I was like, oh, he's got a good looking girlfriend there. Like it's like, it's cool, good to be a helicopter pilot.
True to this day.
But I'm trying to remember how old I was. Maybe
Doesn't
I
matter
was too
anymore.
early.
1 minute is up, sir. Oh, it goes quick, doesn't it? Oh, 1 minute goes
Mine's
quick.
really, really stupid compared to these. Wait,
Don't
let's
worry.
see what Liam
Yeah, it's my
has
turn.
to
I was going to
say.
say it's very narrow between helicopter pilot and train driver.
The
The
sky on the ground. What's Liam
vehicle
gonna say?
operator. If you say boat,
I wanted to be a boat.
A pilot.
When I grow up, I want to be a boat.
That would be so different as well.
I want to be bread. Okay, so
you can still be red if you
Your
want.
your mum has to write in and be like, so what do you actually want to be? So much more
oh,
embarrassing.
she knows what I wanted to be. My 1 minute starts right now. Oh yeah, a pro wrestler. Oh yeah.
Aww.
When I was a young boy, I wanted to go out there and drop the elbow from the top rope, brother. Oh, I did. I used to watch that shit every single week, every single day. I used to get right into it. Right in the Attitude Era when it was arguably at its worst. Like, wrestling was not good in the Attitude Era. It was sexist. It was violent. It was everything. It was misogynistic. But god damn it, as a teenage boy and as a young man, I fucking loved it. It just it resonated with me for some reason. It was the character. Yeah, well, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. A little bit. But like it was mostly like it was the colours, it was the characters. It was the violence. The violence was kind of cool. It was an angsty, early teen and mid-teen. Going out there and seeing them perform and being out there in front of all these people seemed really cool. They also had the girls, right? They also went out there and they were like, swooned over by these models in the back. And like as a young man, whew,
Damn.
My life.
Damn, son.
my life and dream taking me to the top.
Do you know what's really funny? That could have gone another way where you're like, as a young man, seeing all these men in tight little underwear, little costumes.
Well, I did not say that.
It just
It
didn't
works
think
both
that was
ways.
the best, most convincing argument.
But it was
Also,
funny.
probably wasn't aligned to your preferences.
No, it wasn't. No, and it was funny though because like growing up, everyone used to say like, that's just. They would say that's pretty gay.
Aw.
Right? Because
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of it. I thought that was pretty cute.
No, but
if
back-
someone gay listening and wanted to be a
No,
wrestler,
I know, but there's plenty of them.
they could have been like,
Damn. But no, that was the conception. Everyone was just like, oh well, that's a bit.
I didn't think that when I was watching wrestling as a kid.
Little tight pants, oiled up muscles, glistening in the sun.
I would like to be oil that goes on a wrestler's chest.
I would like
That's what I want to be. Still to this day.
I want to be a physiotherapist.
Okay, well, mine sounds a bit silly, but go on.
Go.
Start me off.
Yep.
Well, I really had a soft spot for animals as a kid, and I can't really remember my first job that I wanted, But I know that I wanted to rehome all the homeless dogs in the world. And I don't know why just dogs, because I had a cat as well when I was little. But basically, I wanted to have enough money to rent a castle in Edinburgh. And I'd heard of Edinburgh because Scotland, castles, all that sort of thing. I wanted to get a big enough castle and gather all the dogs in the world and put them there. And my job would be to look after them. So it was kind of like beginnings of a charity. I mean, I could still do it. But like, I thought my job would be to give the doggies jobs so they wouldn't be like jobs, so they wouldn't be bored. So there would be like a drawbridge dog, dogs that would clean, because you know how you can get the little fixtures that you can go on their little paws and they can like, why are you laughing? They can go on their little feet and they would have purpose, because I read somewhere when I was little that dogs love to help do things. They think the job is just fun.
Yeah.
And I would still, if someone gave me that opportunity and said, here's $1 bajillion to buy a castle, I'd be like, I know what I'm doing.
Do you know I'm laughing? Because that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, wholesome AF.
Can I just say, one time with my dog, I was taking him out for a walk, and someone broke down their car like right next to where we were walking, and asked that I help push his car down the street so he could get home. And I literally was behind pushing it and had to hold my dear boy Miles at the same time. And eventually,
Miles.
he literally jumped up next to me, put his paws on the back of the car, and started walking.
Bless his cotton socks.
And I
Cotton
couldn't.
socks.
He does have white socks.
He's
He's got little white paws.
I can't.
And
See, that would be his job. He'd be helping
He
like,
was
tractors.
so happy.
Mechanic Miles.
And every car that went past was like, that is the cutest thing.
Tractor Tommy,
Track-
Mechanic
oh.
Miles.
Just punch myself
Do you know what I
in
mean?
the head.
No,
Oh,
and
gosh.
I would get a
Yeah.
thrill out of just giving these doggies jobs. An entrepreneur, little Taz giving castle doggies jobs.
All right, so we haven't discussed this because we have to figure out how to rank this. So here's
Oh,
my
do we?
idea.
I thought we were just
On,
guessing.
on the fly. Out of all of these, choose which one you would do that's not your own. Okay, so you have to choose something else. Can't be your own. What would you do? If anyone gets the most answers, they win this rapid rank.
Should we go this way around? the
Yeah,
table?
go on.
I would be a helicopter pilot because I think seeing everything from the sky is freaking amazing. Getting places fast. I've never wanted to teleport somewhere quicker than like when we invented cars, which was when I was born. Anyway, it's before I was born.
Yeah.
So we've always
Wait, hang on.
A while before that. Yes. Just a hot minute before that, Taryn.
Henry Ford held me in his hands.
And said, one day, Taryn, I am going to
tired
transport
again.
you.
I'm so
Not in a
tired.
helicopter, because they have been invented.
Yep, I said what I said.
He did.
Helicopter one.
Oh, no, just one. Just one.
You're done. Job done.
Just done. Job
Go
done.
home.
Yeah, you're choosing your one. Look, I was going to choose helicopter pilot too, but then she said the dog castle, and I was just like, yeah, it's not even a real job.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why.
But does that disqualify?
no, it's a dream job.
No.
Fair enough.
It's a dream job.
And it's specifically
So-
a dream job as a child,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is how a child sees the world.
Yeah. So if I was to choose one out of ours that couldn't be pro Russia, it would be doggy
Running a
castle.
doggy,
Yeah.
a homeless doggy,
Doggy
castle.
castle.
You can't
Yeah.
call them homeless anymore. Houseless, castleless.
Houseless doggy.
My friend works for the city of Perth as a gardener, and they have to call them rough sleepers. I think they call them. Yeah.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah. Oh, they thought it was nicer. Yeah.
I think it's nicer.
Yeah.
Rough sleepers.
Or
Oh,
street
true.
present.
Oh.
That person's street present.
Oh gosh, that's
At the end of the
pretentious.
day,
But
most-
just give me help. Help
Most,
me.
let me tell you, most
Needing
people
help.
still use the H
Yeah.
word, including people who are on the streets.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Your turn.
I was after last time you said I'd never give you a number one.
Yeah.
I was going to give you number one with the pro wrestler, and then Doggy Castle.
Doggy Castle,
and I was
okay.
like,
Wouldn't it be the best? Also, it's realistic. You could start a charity and do it.
Shall we do it?
There are
You need
some out
someone
there
to
that are just not in
invest.
the castle. They have like
you could
Dean,
buy a
Dean,
castle, like,
that's
that could
that's
be
the
the-
whole point.
I would
Yeah.
probably
It
go,
has to be in a
It's
castle.
got to be enough room, and I thought castles were like the biggest places
Scotland
in the
would be
world.
Scotland would be damn good.
Rolling
damn
hills?
good.
Rolling green
you'd
hills?
need there'd be lots of muddy feet, lots of muddy feet. The other a big
Oh,
manor
muddy
in
paws.
muddy paws.
Can't.
Wipe your
Someone
damn
would
paws.
have to
before-
clean
a
the holes.
bubbling- You'd
Someone
have a
would
little
have to clean
bubbling.
the holes.
You'd have a bubbling glen. You'd have a little bubbling glen running through the part of the house. and
Yeah,
just get
that's why
doggies
we've got
just
a
run
moat
through the
controller.
glen.
All the dogs would have that. The moat gate. Anyway,
You know, I'm thinking about like what breed would I have doing
Golden Retriever.
what? What job? The golden retriever would be like maybe the delivery service.
Bulldogs would be security.
They retrieve, yeah.
Yeah.
Bulldogs could be security.
Oh.
Like the bouncer.
Poodles would be the hairdressers. Poodles would be the hairdressers.
They would, yeah. They would.
Anyway, sorry. I'm also going to go Doggy Castle.
No, that's fine because I'm going to go pro wrestler, baby.
Hell yeah, brother!
That just seemed awesome. I guess as much as I actually never had pets until I had my dog. So I guess as a kid, it was I loved dogs as a kid, but I guess I just couldn't realize that, so it never really crossed my mind. And as much as that does sound good, I think pro athlete of any kind resonates with me in the same way that a train driver, I guess, of what I envisioned a train driver was physical. You're just playing with your mates and jumping around off the couch. But doing that on the stage, getting paid.
Oh, yeah.
With lots of ladies around you. That's your...
If that's your poison.
That's what I said.
Well, you're even closer to the men, if so it's win-win.
Win-win.
Whatever
Win-win.
Anything oiled.
Anything oiled.
That's your If that is your preference.
Well,
go on.
There we go. That was our rapid rank episode. Nice and quick, snappy. We're going back. We're going back in time. We're reliving our past in a good way. The winner, go on.
Do you remember your three?
One was pro wrestler. One was like singer. I think singer was my number one.
Singer was my second one.
Yeah, singer was my number one. So I don't remember what my third one was. It was probably professional.
I was in your original
some kind
ranks,
of performer.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, because you did have three.
I think I had astronaut and mechanic of all things.
Oh, cool.
Astronaut.
Mechanic.
That would be so handy, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I did think someone was going to go astronaut, and that's why I didn't.
Oh, that would
I think it's a bit too cliche almost as well.
Yeah,
but if it's your real dream, you can't.
Yeah, and that.
don't
suppose
hide away from your dreams, Dean.
I think at one point it certainly was my dream was astronaut. I still to this day love space as a concept.
Do you believe they put a man on the moon?
Yes. Thanks for asking.
Let's get into that. And the audio features off. Fab. So the winner of that was Doggies in a Castle.
Doggies in a Castle.
Join me.
You know
you would.
Yeah.
We know you would.
You would.
The inner child was
Yeah.
lurching for those pubs.
Have you been to Edinburgh since?
I've been to Edinburgh one time. Yeah, I did spot a castle up on a high hill, and I was like,
that the
that'll.
castle?
I mean,
That'll
it was less there than I thought a castle would be. Like I thought there'd be more castle to it. It was just kind of like a few spires left over. But I was like, I'd build it out. It's fine.
In the Edinburgh Castle?
In the one that I saw on on my travels. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Not the Edinburgh Castle. Yeah.
And
And
the Edinburgh Castle.
Castle. Yeah.
I'm taking this over. The dogs are moving in. Well, what do you guys reckon? What's your dream job growing up as a kid? What did you do? What did you want to be?
Tell us.
Tell us.
Yeah,
Comment, comment, and subscribe.
He's a pro.
Absolutely.
He's a pro. That's why we brought him in.
And go to Insta and leave us a little voice recording as a DM.
Yeah.
You can just press the little button, leave us a little voice recording, and we're going to take that voice recording and we're going to play it on the episode.
I would appreciate your best Macho Man impersonations.
Oh, that
please.
would be pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Do you mean the song or like the concept?
Macho Man.
Macho Man.
How do we play
Don't do
it
that to
on
me,
the
Dean. You know what
episode?
I'm like. What's that?
Won't they only hear this when the episode's live? How are they going to play it?
Oh, on a future episode.
Future episodes,
Not on this
yeah.
episode, but on a future episode.
We'll share.
So
We'll
we'll call back.
we'll share your ideas.
And if you want to be sitting in the chair of Dean here, because Dean is a guest ranker, obviously, and
Yeah.
you too can be a guest ranker. So please write
Join
in
us.
if you want to. You can be in the Perth area, but not necessarily. If you've got a mic and you're anywhere in the world,
Yep.
we will accommodate you to be a guest ranker on the That's Rank podcast.
Hit us up.
So hit us up, and we'll have you on.
Nice job, guys. Rapid rank in the bank.
Go team.
Woohoo!
Rock
Too close to the
on.
word wank. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Go
Ranks.
team. Go rankings.
You guys are rank.
That's great.
Your rankers.
Thanks, guys.
Team.